city that never sleeps, Las Vegas, the place where there's so much to see and so much to do. And the final round has come to an end. Smash GC doing her thing, Justin Johnson doing his thing. So much to talk about in this post show, and I couldn't be more excited. The day cleared up. It's no longer cold, ladies and gentlemen. The sun is out. We had a capacity crowd today, and here we go. Welcome to Club 54 post-round show. I'm your host, Christian Crosby, and joining me today is Sue-Ann Hang. Thank you so much, as always, for joining the post-round show. How are you feeling today?
It's my pleasure, Christian. I love being here with you. Look, it was a tough day out there. The conditions were just so windy. The golf course was playing tougher and tougher and tougher as the day went along. Certainly firmed up. As you can tell by the scores today, it was cold, it was tough, it was difficult. But DJ, man, I mean, he turned it up in the last 6 holes, birdied 3 of his last 6, and it just shows that he is still an alpha dog out here. He still wants to win. You can certainly tell from the way he started this season compared to last season. He got off to a much better start than he did. You can tell that physically he got in better shape this offseason than he did last offseason. So you can tell that they certainly are fired up to play better this year.
We have a score worm here. I'd love to hear you talk us through this. It was really exciting to see Dustin perform, blah, 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 DJ. All right, let's take a look at this. Sue-Ann, help me out. Okay. Talk us through this, Sue-Ann.
That looks like Tetris.
It might be.
Yeah, I mean, you can just tell, right? Dustin Johnson right there, right from the 13th hole. He bogeyed the 11th, and then he kind of like lost a little momentum there. And then right when he hit 13th, that par 4 that they moved the tee up some 10 yards or so, he just stepped on the pedal and he just knew if he just grinded and keep going, especially with today's conditions, he's going to put himself in the best position to win.
Well, let's take a look at what he did today. Some highlights here from DJ.
Yeah, let's kick it off with the very first hole. He opened up with a bang birdie here on his opening hole. And then moving along to the 5th, this was a big par putt. This got him some momentum early on in the round. And then this birdie on 13th, a great second shot. Just snuck in there.
That's good.
And then moving on to the 15th. Oh, this was a good birdie putt. It would never left that live line. And then the 17th. Great birdie again. That putter was just on fire. I know he was working a little bit on that this week. Got the weight a little bit more forward to his left leg to get the ball started on a better line, bit more consistent contact, and it's worked out so well for him today.
Let's talk a little bit about our team champs now. Smash GC. They had 2 big moves off season, and now here they are today playing so well together.
Yeah, let's talk about those trades to begin with. I mean, it was certainly some unexpected trades. Taylor moving from the Range Goats to Smash. He had so much success with the Range Goats, but then I think one that surprised a lot of people was G-Mac. Him getting G-Mac on that team. And I think you can certainly tell from today's round how it has reignited G-Mac. I got to talk to him post-round, and you can tell in his eyes, his energy, his vibe. He's so excited to be out here. He's so excited to represent Brooks. And I think being on that team with a leader like Brooks, it certainly feels like he's just fired up. He's fired up to play better. He wants to keep playing. He wants his career to keep going, and it's great to see that. It's very inspiring, actually.
The leaderboard was so tight at one point in the day. I thought we were going to see our first ever team playoff. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Isn't that so exciting to see that? Let's take a look here at the score worm, a.k.a. the Tetris board here.
We should call it that from now on.
We should.
But I mean, you can just tell, right? At the very end, Smash just went up and up and up. At one point, they were like 5 shots in the lead, and then they went 6 shots in the lead. At one point, all of a sudden, I looked up with Greg. I was walking with Greg on the golf course, and we were like, wait, what? Smash is leading by 8, and then we got to the 17th and leading by 9, and they just never stopped, and just kept putting pedal on metal and just keep going, and that just led them to the team championship.
Well, Smash GC made it happen today. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from today. All right, here we go.
Well, we're going to kick it off with Taylor Gooch, his third on the second, pardon me. Hello there.
Hello.
Brooks Koepka, their captain, on the 6th for a birdie. No problem there. Another one from Brooks, the 11th for a birdie putt. Curling that one in.
I'm loving the sound effects today, Sue-Ann.
Birdie again here on the 14th. That putter was on fire today. I know he was a little disappointed with his performance this week, but that putter, he should not be disappointed with that. Here on the 16th, this is McDowell.
Look at that.
Yeah. He played so well today. Bogey-free, 5 under par. Jason Kokrak got some love and home love from his family. And now Taylor to finish off this highlight reel. Birdie on the 17th, creeped in.
Look at that. Love that. And here's a tweet from Greg Norman Jr., Greg Norman's son. That was big for GMAC, carding a 5-under. Push and smash to take the team W for smash. Sue-Ann, I got to thank you so much. I know you actually got to speak to GMAC a little bit right after. How did that go for you?
Yeah, I mean, he was very inspiring, to say the least. You can certainly tell how relief, and in a sense that he had something to prove. A lot of expectations on him going into Brooks's team, a lot of attention, a lot of spotlight on that off-season trade. So for him to deliver the way he did today, he was very proud of himself, and I know his captain, Brooks Koepka, was very proud of him as well.
Well, thank you so much, Sue-Ann, for joining us. You've been absolutely amazing. Stick around for more right here on Club 54 Post-Round Show. It's Las Vegas, baby, and we all love it. Take a look at this one.
Vegas, baby. Come on. Man, I'm pumped. It's Party City, you know? I think it's going to be really cool to showcase the talent in a place like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Vegas could be unbelievable. Being so close to the Strip, so many people are in town. I'm definitely very excited about that.
LIV Golf to Las Vegas week of the Super Bowl is one of the best things that we could have done. Those fans are the same fans that would really enjoy and appreciate what LIV Golf has to offer.
We're going to Las Vegas Country Club. It's a golf course that I really like. You know, it's in my hometown, right on the Strip. It'll be popping. Very excited about playing out at home because my record at home is pretty good.
Yeah, I think could be a lot of people, could get noisy.
Vegas, Super Bowl weekend. Really won't get any better than that.
And let's take a look. This is from the Crushers. Scenes in Vegas for round 3. And look at that photo right there. Gotta love the energy. Capacity crowd today, and let me tell you, the energy was absolutely different. I walked around the course, and a whole lot of noise was going on.
Can't imagine you getting around the course without needing security.
Come on, Jay.
Come on, you're a
Jerry
celebrity.
Foltz in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Right here on Club 54 Post-Round Show. More to come, more special guests, and more chat. Stick around. Stay tuned. All right, joining us right here, Jerry Foltz. What a final round we had today.
Yeah.
What stands out the most to you about our winners today?
Well, it promised to deliver, and it did. You know, we had the lead, the 3 big names in that final grouping, and that marquee grouping struggled a little bit with the conditions, while others, there were only a few players out there that were actually having a decent time of it. Graham McDowell, most notable, who helped get the team victory for Smash. But of those 3, then you saw the pursuers from behind, and they're great players. Matthew Wolff, Gooch as well, do what they do and have been doing and what they're capable of doing. But it was DJ who sucked it up in the end and really just found that determination and will that champions have. You know, John Rahm's swing was not cooperating with him down the stretch. Bryson DeChambeau's swing didn't cooperate with him all day. From the yesterday when after he got it to 8 under par, he didn't really hit a whole lot of good shots after that. But DJ he grinded it out, he gritted it out, and he quietly did what he does. He just nonchalantly went out there, hit great shots, especially at the end, the most clutch shot on 18 I've seen in a while to get it done.
Well, speaking of Bryson, you mentioned earlier, we'll get into our winners a little bit more. He agreed to get mic'd up throughout this week, and that he did. Take a look at his experience. Check it out.
Let's take a first look today at the Crushers captain, Bryson DeChambeau.
Have a go on, brother.
The most interesting man in golf.
Smash it. Smash it. Smash it. Let's ace it. Dang, Pat, you got it out there.
Bryson! Go to YouTube channel, Bryson.
That's a great start for Bryson as well.
Thank you. Well, guys, this is going to be an interesting round for sure.
What a start for Bryson DeChambeau, and he's reining in his teammate, Paul Casey.
Thank you. What are you thinking? Yeah, a dark one?
Yeah,
yeah, the edge of that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
12. This is not right. Sorry, guys. It's way more. That's better. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Nothing to see here. Just 7 birdies in 11 holes for Bryson DeChambeau.
Trying to shoot 57 today. Legit, man.
Never dull watching Bryson DeChambeau.
I mean, we've got a lot of holes to go. It's just about making birdies every single hole. That's all we're trying to do. I hope. I hope my teammates are trying to do that. Oh, no.
Attacking every pin today.
Come on, I gotta make this, dude. We'll see. Golly.
Losing a little of the momentum that he built up earlier in his round.
How's it going? I'm good. Wish I was making a couple more putts, but whatever. Go, get past Pat's ball. Gosh, dude, I should have shot 57 today. What a limp end. Oh my gosh.
Do it! Do it!
The lamest 8 under. Thanks, brother. That was fun.
Always fun.
Yeah, always. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow. Play well tomorrow.
You too.
All right, and joining us as a special guest, Andrew Gson, Phil Mickelson's swing coach. Thank you so much for joining us. Jerry has some questions, and we're going to break down some swings as well, right, Jerry?
Swing coach and occasional caddy last year. Did you enjoy that?
I had a ball.
Does it give you a better perspective? I mean, you're out there following him the whole way anyway, but...
I do. I follow every shot, every round, but inside the ropes and caddying for him was a special experience because we had a lot of fun, but I got to learn a lot about what different shots he really hits throughout the round. Yeah, it was great.
Before we get into the technical aspect, you're a golf geek, you're a golf nut, you're a golf fan as well. What do you make when you see the endings that we had last week with great players in contention, this week with great players in contention, and what it promises to be, Andrew?
I mean, DJ down the stretch today was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing the atmosphere here in Vegas this week, and for LIV, it just was a special week to be here, especially Super Bowl week.
Yeah, and to say it over the last shot, we're going to win it right here and then stake it to that impossible pin at 18. That was pretty impressive.
Very.
Let's I know we got the monitor over here, not the best view for you to see technically as well as you'd like because of the glare, but still we're going to look at Rahm and DJ somewhat down the line here. The differences are stark in these two golf swings.
Correct, but the thing is here, and for the viewers at home, I want you to understand that these are two of the most powerful players in the world. And DJ, you look at the top of his arc, look where his left wrist is, and look at how high his hands are. He rotates into that right hip. Now, Jon Rahm, a little different, much shorter, still very powerful. So if we roll that back and stop at the top, you can see here, John, very short backswing. Now, when he was a kid, he told me that his coach used to make him swing up to his hip and then explode through the ball. But you see there, look, he's barely to his shoulder. Look where DJ is. Yeah. But if we roll it down to kind of halfway, you'll notice their leg action. Now watch DJ, he stores the energy really well. You watch that left knee, it's barely moving. Stop it right there. And you can see there, the club is on a perfect plane, but his left knee hasn't really rotated yet. John, the same thing. As he drops down, he'll have a little bit more rotation with that left leg, but you can see where the power comes. He stores it, still stores it, hold it right there. You can see now through impact, both of them are going to rotate very aggressively through impact. So roll it all the way to the finish, especially with DJ first, and we'll go watch his rotation through impact. And for all the fans at home watching, that's what you want to do. You don't want to rotate from the top necessarily. We hear all the time, get to the top, rotate the left hip. But these guys store the energy on the way down, then they rotate through impact. I mean, look at DJ, look at that balance. It's like a Rolls Royce. Now, John, same thing. Look at him rotate through impact. It's amazing.
It is, I mean, the stark difference in just the length of the swing, the speed of the swings as well, because obviously Dustin's is a little more languid until right before impact.
Correct.
Rahm's sometimes happens in the flash of an eye, and I think sometimes he gets into a little bit of trouble with that. Does he not?
Yeah, I mean, I know he's working on his rhythm, but the thing is for John is he's so explosive.
Yeah.
You know, and he hits that fade. So if it's not quite working, especially today with the wind, a lot of cross winds on this golf course. So it was a big challenge out here today. So I didn't see much of John's play, but I mean, he's a world-class player, obviously.
Well,
so
in the past, we have seen, we're going to get to look at the swings in the front, but and I want to ask you another question about both DJ and Ron after that, but that's an interesting angle.
Yeah, well,
you don't teach from this angle
no,
often, do
not
you?
very often.
No.
You know, some of my players might hit me on the head, but you can see here again, you watch the left leg action, see John through impact. He's just pivoting so hard with that left hip, left leg.
Yeah.
And then again, watch DJ. He kind of lets the club come down. It's almost like going down an elevator. If we run DJ there, he'll come down, you see that, the club, and then he just rotates as hard as he can through the hitting zone.
Yeah. Both of those guys, in their brief LIV golf history, very brief for Jon Rahm, have fallen victim to the hosel rocket occasionally. We had 1.5 out of John today, a half a one on the front and then a full-on shank on the back. Where does that come from in his swing, or to most people who unfortunately suffer from that just absolute horrible thing?
Well, a lot of the time they clear too early.
Yeah.
The club falls way behind the plane, so they get under the right forearm plane. So for the folks at home, it drops under their right elbow, and they just can't catch the face up.
Yeah.
So it exposes the hosel, and then the shank comes.
Everybody golfers hate
We've all
saying
done
that.
it.
We go hosel rocket now. One more question for you. Your star pupil, seemingly out of nowhere, won the PGA a couple of years ago. Seemingly out of nowhere, finished second at the Masters last year. What do you think he's still got left in the tank?
He has a lot left in him, Phil. You know, he's the most driven human I've ever met.
Yeah.
He works harder than anybody I've ever seen. Right now he is playing extremely well. He's a little frustrated he's not taking the tournaments. This week was a little bit bigger turnaround. We kind of talked about attitude all week, and he did a great job. The score wasn't there, but he's heading in the right direction.
Well, we have, you're going to, we got some
Andrew,
form check coming up, right?
Yeah, form check indeed. We do this thing called form check.
Okay.
We ask the fans to submit their swing.
All right, I love this.
So all we ask from you, be honest. Break down the swing. It makes for good. The more honest you are, the better TV this is. How about that?
Not a problem for me, to be honest.
All right, let's get into our form check. First spin is up. Andrew, what are we looking at here?
Well, this is good for my business because it keeps me in a job, but that's actually a pretty good golf swing right there.
Okay.
The thing is, you can see here, he's very late with his arms. You see his body, that's what I was talking about. The best players will store energy and then release energy. His body's just rotating a little too quick, so the club's behind him. So for him, he's got to hit some balls with his feet together to get his arms to move a little bit more in sequence with his body. That'll help him. So I'm sure without seeing the ball flight, he has a two-way miss. That's an easy fix.
Here's another one right here.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
That's Azerati, not Maserati.
Good one, Jay.
Okay. Yeah, so right there, the key thing is there. You can see how long the backswing is. Folds his arms, it gets very narrow at the top. The key thing is to get your hands as far away from your head as possible and try and make a three-quarter swing. That'll help his consistency at impact a lot.
You're very kind.
And avoid the window and the trampoline in the process.
Yeah,
right. All right, here's our last one. Oh, wow.
Well, the balance doesn't look good. I'm not sure what happened there, but from that swing, yeah, he needs to turn his shoulders a lot more. Turn to the top. Feel like he almost paused at the top of his swing.
It does look that way.
Yeah, and so if he can turn, pause a little bit, that'll help you, and just try and keep your balance. I mean, the best players in the world, you watch DJ hitting that second shot into 18 today, even out of that rough, just holds his balance so perfectly.
If he were to play in my group, the balance gets a little tougher to keep later in the day in our recreational rounds.
I hope the fans were listening. That was free game right there, as we call it. Andrew Gson, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
We appreciate you. We're going to toss it over to Rachel Drummond. She's out there now. Let's tune in. What's up, Rachel?
Hey, Christian. Right, we're going to start off looking at a little bit of footage today from some of the putts that have been holed, and then I'm going to give you a very, very good putting drill. So let's have a little look at these putts to start with. Poulter birdie at 8. Now, as we can see, these guys, this is a monster putt from Poulter. These guys have to start the ball on line. McDowell, he came in yesterday. It's lovely right to left. He's got to start it on the right line. He's been doing a lot of putts to a T-peg, and we can see this full centre cut. Through line with a great birdie at 9. just came short this week. Oh, and another great putt. 15th hole. Rahm again having another great week, but we see how important the start line is.
Oh, yes, gets one. Oh, yes, you don't really see emotion.
As we could see, these guys do not miss, but there are two very important things when you're putting: start line and pace. And I've got a drill here to help you with your start line. I've got my own personal LIV line. Can we have a little look at this here? Now, what you want to do, you want to get one of these at home. Amazon have them, little top tip. And this line is good for so many things. So what you're going to do is you're going to run it along here, and this is on the highest point of the break. So this putt breaks left to right. Now, every putt in golf is a straight putt. That is the best bit of advice I've ever been given. So I'm going to hit a straight putt along my own LIV line, and then I'm going to allow gravity to take it into the hole. Now, as we could see, I started it on the line and then it fell. So this is what the guys are doing week in, week out. We can see on this putting green there are loads of these lines, and this is what is helping them get their start line. Now, a few other things we can get from this start line is getting our eye line correct. So as soon as I look over the putt, I can see the line go through the center of the golf ball, and I can trace it to the high point. I rarely look at the hole, I just look at that high point. Let's see if I can hole another one. Oh no, she misses. We do miss every now and again. Let's do one more. So, through the middle of the golf ball, eye line, we're looking at that left part of the hole, and just letting gravity do the work. Now, come have a little look at this with me. This is just to prove how much these players are using these this week. We can see a blue one which is going through the green. This is a chalk line, but same thing again. Most important thing, start line. So this helps so many things. If you get your pace right, get your start line, you're gonna make some putts.
Great job, Rachel. Love the way you ended that. That was solid. That was real smooth. And there's a shot right there from the Las Vegas Country Club. We're here at Club 54 post-round show, and more to come in just a moment. A new season brings new content offerings from the creative team at LIV Studios Production, including a premium golf masterclass tutorial series called LIV Lessons. Let's see what that's all about.
Hi, I'm Ian Poulter.
I'm Bryson DeChambeau, captain of Crushers GC.
This is Cam Smith, and welcome to my LIV lesson.
So here we go. Yeah. All right, everybody. So the most important thing when learning how to accumulate power and distance is going to be the fact you got to just be a little psycho.
I mean, Bryson hits it such a long way.
You got to swing as hard as you can, but don't give it the energy like you're swinging it fast. You got to be applying a lot of force to the golf club.
Testing, practicing, skills of bunker play in general is very much experimental.
Ian Poulter for the Majestics.
I love to hit different bunker shots. I like to watch people play bunker shots because I'm always learning.
It's in an awkward spot. What a good shot that is.
I basically want my weight to go through the balls of my feet and these arms just hanging down, literally just attaching to the grip.
Possibly the best putter alive.
And they're sitting in the hole every time. Haven't missed one yet.
He put on an absolute clinic.
You guys can check that out on LIV Golf Plus. Let's check in on social. The whole timeline is blowing up about Dustin Johnson, and nobody's surprised about it. Jerry, look at the excitement. You gotta love it, right?
We've seen it before out of him. I'm sure we will see it again, but it was a pretty cool finish here. A lot of great capacity crowd, as they say, all gathered around with any vantage point to see that 18th hole and the final putt out of our champion.
Keep the social media coming, and we'll be sure to post it up on the show. Jerry, I always love watching Rachel Drummond do her thing. I want to hear your opinion on her. We don't bring her up too much, but I would love to hear just what your thoughts are on her skill set and how she breaks it down. She always disarms everyone and gets the best answers out of them. Your thoughts?
She knows her stuff. She absolutely knows her stuff. She teaches golf for a living, or part of her livelihood is teaching golf as well. She absolutely knows her stuff. Her and Andrew can talk the same language that you and I can't, and we don't understand. I don't really understand anyway, and I've spent my life in golf. But she demonstrates it well, and she's so likable. And the players already, she knows most of them, and by 2 2 weeks in, she knows all of them, and she is a huge asset to our team. As are you. As are you, C Squared.
I appreciate it. Now, you know, I like to talk to you about just the day, right? And if you had to give me 3 big takeaways from this tournament, what would those 3 be? I mean, I like the number thing. It kind of makes it fun.
I know. Caleb Surratt quietly finished 12th, the 19-year-old kid, after a really good week last week, his first 2 tournaments as a pro. He quietly finished 12th against this field. Graham McDowell went from 26th to 5th as the veteran, as one of the veteran elder statesmen of LIV Golf, if you will, and maybe a little bit of a surprise pickup on Team Smash by Brooks Koepka in the offseason. And Matthew Wolff proving Bubba Watson and Team Range Goats, giving them a little validation to what on paper was a lopsided trade for Taylor Gooch, giving away Taylor Gooch for Matthew Wolff. And Matthew Wolff played really well. And like I said, the sky's the ceiling for him. He's in the right place with Bubba on the team and with his friend Peter Uihlein on the team. Peter Uihlein, I thought he was going to get that first W finally, because he's always been a great player all the way back through college, somebody that everybody in the world talked about with potential. And coming out here, after playing a lot of his career in Europe, coming out onto LIV Golf really has seen him rise to his potential in his late 20s and early 30s. I was texting with his dad. His dad is a former legendary CEO of Titleist Acushnet, the behemoth in the golf industry of the OEMs. And he's a man of few words. He said, "Yeah, good week for Peter. Fun to watch. Thanks for the great coverage." But yeah, I like the kid. I like him a lot. He's a very personable guy. And so I was, we're not allowed to root for players. We'd have to document it unbiasedly, but quietly inside, I'm always kind of pulling for him.
Jerry, I feel like you gave me way more than 3 takeaways for today, but we appreciate that. Yeah. It's even better, right? Yeah. Now there's a question we love to ask. WTF? What the Faraday? Hey, David in the booth, we want to check out his little act here called What the Faraday. We love it, right?
This one is a beauty about celebrations in professional sports.
All right, let's check it out.
Now look, we're here in Vegas. It's Super Bowl week, a time of the year that every red-blooded American gets Super Bowl fever. And I'm here to tell you that I am not one of them. There is one aspect of the game that puts my panties in an unbelievable knot, and that is over-celebration. I feel a rant coming on, so get comfortable. Growing up, we called this gloating, and it was some of the most repulsive behavior in sports. Boy, am I glad we don't have anything like that here at LIV.
We promised you an ace on 12, and Chase Koepka has delivered!
All right, annoying editor. A hole-in-one is different. Back to my point. I wouldn't mind if it were limited to the end of the game, but it's this early game braggadociousness that would make you slap your own horrible 8-year-old child upside the head that drives me into apoplexy. And while we're at it, let's change a few of the rules of football. I'd like to see a 10-yard penalty for helmet bashing, chest bumping, wiener touching, or anything similar. You stopped a guy from running a yard, congratulations. Give the ball to the ref, get to your side of the field, and shut the f*** up. Like me, you're being paid a fortune for this crap, so act like you've been there before and leave the over-celebrating to Richard Blandemonium Bland, the hole-in-one artist.
Well done.
So enjoy the game and leave the dancing to Emmett Smith, who actually can dance but had the decency never to do it in the end zone.
David Faraday, absolutely amazing. Here's a tweet about it. Faraday's Super Bowl rant during the LIV broadcast was fire. Jerry, do you know, does he write those, or is that all off the top?
And he does write them, and I read the transcripts every time. I mean, it's always funny when you read it, but the way he delivers it is just comic genius, absolute comic genius.
All right, well, let's take a look at the leaderboards. We'll start with the individuals, and I want to chat about it with you, Jerry. What a day! Final round has come to an end, and let's just take a look how this day panned out with our leaderboard here, individuals.
Disappointing end for both Bryson DeChambeau and Jon Rahm. Taylor Gooch right up there with the chance, as well as Peter Uihlein, 2 guys involved in trades this past season, as well as Matthew Wolff. Graham McDowell, the free agent signing. Paul Casey having a really good week at about 43 years old as part of Team Crusher. Jason Kokrak, also a really good week. And Sebastian Munoz showing a little signs of life for Torque. Adrian Meronk, the reigning DP World Tour Player of the Year, with a solid week. And right at the bottom, The 19-year-old kid, the Rats, Caleb the Sir Rats, Young Rats we call him. Sounds like a Star Wars nickname.
I like that. And here it is, final round. Here's our team leaderboard.
Smash for life.
And you called it, Jerry.
Smash
ding,
for
ding,
life.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, here in Vegas, where people tonight and tomorrow night might be a little smashed. Smash wins here, Smash GC. 4 aces, though. You know, that's kind of the Vegas thing. A little surprised they didn't get it done down the stretch. At one point, it looked like we were destined for a playoff. It wasn't even close. In the end, that's how quickly things can change when you're counting all 4 scores on a course with conditions as difficult as we had today.
This week was absolutely fun.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Jerry. We had a great time. Thank you guys for watching. This was Club 54 post-round show. I'm your host, Christian Crosby. Jerry Foltz. This has been great.
I like hanging with you, kid.
Anything else you got left for these guys before we get out of here?
I like hanging with you. You're a star in the making in golf. You're already a star in other ways, and I'm gonna learn all the lyrics to your songs too. After I download them.
Now we're talking, Jay. Until next time, guys. We'll see you in Jeddah. Thanks for watching Club 54 post-round show. Peace.
Days